Anne and her husband Pat are the owners of Camptree. Anne leads the sales and marketing efforts where she closely works closely with camps to strategize, define, create, and analyze their referral programs using the Camptree software. She loves finding new ways for camps to use the app to help them achieve their mission. Most recently, we discovered fundraising is another great way to use it. Anne has a finance degree from Santa Clara University and an MBA from University of Virginia Darden, which is where she met her husband, Pat, who is also a co-owner. All right, Anne, you're up.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. Again, thank you all for sticking with us. This is the final presentation. I'm going to talk specifically about referral marketing and give you some tips and maybe learn a few new things before we close this out. So here I'll share right now. Okay, hopefully y'all can see that. So again, we're going to be talking about referral marketing. I'm going to introduce two types of referrals we call organic and amplified. Then I'm going to touch upon how to get started to create a referral program. We will also touch upon, there were several questions in the registration about ideas for rewards. So I will share some ideas, and I know, Travis and everybody, all the consultants, they have lots of ideas that they can chime in as well. And then we'll just touch upon how to, tools and automating that process. Okay, borrowing a definition from Travis for referral marketing. Referral marketing is a strategy that involves getting loyal customers or brand advocates to recommend your brand to their network. So this is about engaging your base, your biggest fans, and rewarding them and thanking them when they talk about you or invite others to camp. So first and foremost, if you read, there's two examples of just some general referral marketing books in the corner there. That one, The Referral Engine, is an excellent book, but the first half is basically saying you must be worth referring. So, hands down, if there's other things you need to fix, work on, alter, you really need to be worth referring. Now, that doesn't mean as a camp, you don't need a referral program or can't have one out there, but obviously having a fully engaged base makes it a lot better and easier, and that's what you want to work towards. Okay, so why referral marketing works specifically for camps? You have a committed customer base. Your camp families are your biggest fans. They are engaged, they are knowledgeable about you, they know stories about camp that you don't know, right? Their kids have brought stories home that maybe you haven't heard. So they are really enthusiastic and supportive. They also, their friends are going to be better customers because there's already this shared trust among them, and that excitement is shared and they're excited to join. The second thing is this all leads to greater retention. So these are repeat customers, and there's a formula that says retention plus referrals equals growth. You really, others have talked about that importance of retaining your current campers, and that is the longevity, so that referral continues over the years. In terms of cost, it is the least expensive as best ROI because these families are talking, and that is out there without any money changing hands. If you choose to reward your families, a benefit of that is it is a variable cost versus a fixed. So if you say, for example, we'll give a discount to the prospect, the new family, on tuition, if they should cancel, that money reverts back, unlike maybe Google AdWords, where it is, it's gone. And as under your control, it can be under your control, as Pat would say, you can't get algorithmed out of it. And that's a big issue of managing that data is in your control of what is said and how that's used. Okay. I'm going to talk now about organic and amplified referrals. So organic referrals are probably what most of you are aware of, and that is what's already happening. We've had camps that have assessed, so parents are talking, their friends are listening. One of our camps did an assessment on their intake form, their registration intake form, and they looked at how many people had mentioned a person, a name who had referred them. It could have been a grandparent or a friend or whoever, but it was 77%. I mean, that's a huge number. And just a tip that if you aren't doing that, if you don't have that on your intake form somewhere, you might want to think about adding that, because that's helpful information to see and to measure. One thing with organic though is it is a bit out of your control, because you don't know if it's going up, maybe don't know if it's going up or down. And so that's something, so that's something to, a little bit of a downside of it. And there may be missed opportunity. You might be caught off guard because you can't necessarily control that narrative. It can also be time consuming on your part. So one of the things we've talked about is amplified referrals. So this is an opportunity to really take that concept and run with it. And what we do, so this is something where, the difference of, fishing with a cane pole versus a trawler. And you want to cast that net very wide. And you're looking for these people that are going to get so excited, and you're motivated and incentivized that they're going to go out and share far and wide. And you can get some person who may bring in 5, 6, 10 friends. So that's the concept of amplified referrals, but you really do have to find them. But once you do, it's completely worth it. Okay, so that's amplified versus referrals. Now I'm going to move on to talk a little bit, just this slide tells you about when you think about creating a referral program, what you want to consider. So we originally, well, when we were starting with Camptree, it was focused on campers, but referrals work for staff very well, so that's one thing you want to start and think about. Is this for campers or staff? What is the purpose of that referral program? What is the time frame of it? And then very important is really your camp. This is where your branding, your tone, your messaging, your audience, how are you going to present this campaign or this program? And we talk about people in terms of the ambassadors and the prospects. So it doesn't have to be, when you think about rewarding them, some camps say, kind of 50-50, we'll give the ambassadors and their friends the same amount, $100 off tuition or something like that. Other people say, you know what, we really want to focus on thanking our ambassadors, our base, and we will give a small gift to the prospects. So those are all the types of things you want to think about, and then think about how you're going to track that and how you will define success. Okay, so those are just general things that we work with people on creating that referral program. Digging into the idea of rewards, again, several of you asked about this in the registration. You asked about ideas for rewards. I broke this down into campers and staff and levels of basic, creative, and maybe awesome. So basic is money, tuition discount. Maybe you offer camp store credit to the campers, and or a swag, right? And it's similar to the staff. They're probably all about the money. But for them, there's also this opportunity to do maybe a competition among staff. Whoever brings in more friends will get a special gift at the end. So I don't need to read all of these, but just to get you thinking, I'll go down to the awesome. This was an idea about, maybe during camp, you bring a family back who's been really supportive and offer to a family photo shoot. So that's an idea for the staff. Maybe you give them extra days off. So things to think about. So hope that answers some of those questions for you. But all of that being said, once you do create a referral program, it can be very time consuming. So for example, someone calls and says, oh, my friend Lucy wants to send her 2 kids to camp. Can you call her? That seems so simple, right? Such a simple ask. But actually, if you think about what you have to do potentially for just that one referral, you have to call her, follow up with email. You might have to help her register. You might have to create an Excel file where you're going to track who's related to whom, who's connected, helping her enroll. So there's lots of things in that process, and you will have to do that over and over again for each time this comes up, right? And then, oh, now how do we compensate, and what did we promise, things like that. So right now, as I close out, I'm just going to give kind of a 1-minute plug for Camptree, because that is basically what we do. So Camptree is a software app that automates that process for you. So you set up your referral program. We help you set that up in the system. It automates then the emails, landing pages. We know who referred whom. We're tracking the data, and you can do that over and over. You can do it for staff or campers and things like that. So we love talking about that. One of the things that is the game changer for something like Camptree, I know Corey mentioned how important it is to have the data, is that we are tracking that. So now if your referral program is ongoing, you are able to go in and see what's happening, see who's doing what, and really focus some targeted marketing to help them and encourage them. Okay, so I could talk all day about referral marketing and Camptree, but I would like to close that out. I have here, the easiest way is to just book a demo, a 20-minute demo with me, and let you know we do offer a 30-day free trial if you want to get started. So with that all being said, I think we're about ready to close this out, right? We are, gosh, only 2 minutes behind, so very pleased to do that. I don't know, Sheila, are you able to join on here?
And I am here.
Okay, you want to talk to
this? Yeah, I just wanted to tell everyone, thank you so much for giving us your time, which is your most valuable resource. We will be sending out the replay because, like I said, it was like a fire hose of information. We also will, if there were any questions, that we'll follow up with those as well. We have a survey. So if you just want to take your phone and you can scan the QR code, or we're actually going to send it as well in the email, but it's only about 3 minutes to take. It's very short. We would love, love, love any feedback because you don't know what you don't know. So I'm sure just like you guys love to know what your customers, what your camp families are thinking, we would love to know what you're thinking so we can improve. But other than that, yeah, we're so happy to have brought you value. That was our goal here, to bring you as much value as possible.
And I'd like to close out by thanking our speakers, Casey, Mark, Travis, Cheryl, and Corey. You are phenomenal to work with, and thank you so much. And especially huge personal thank you to Sheila, who really pulled this together. So again, thank you all, and we will be in touch.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Take care.